is still the same. This pub is gone, but still remains in my dreams. It's still up here. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Tuesday. Well, what's we thought was going to be the STS today. We get some very interesting news, as y'all already know, in Atlanta Falcon land. So the official has been the official has been official. As you see the title of the show, Matt Ryan's introduction to the Falcon Brass. I'm your host, K Styles, aka the Sixth Man. To the right side of your screen, you know him as the Senator, Mad Mike Sports. He's known as the Senator, Mad Mike Sports. Oh, whatever, man.
There we go. God damn it! Come on, shit.
I don't know. I just want to make sure. I will make sure I ain't lagging behind. You there? All right. Since he ain't answering, like I said, we got a third party. And while he's getting that straightened up, we got a third party on the show today. You know him in the chat is Keyshawn Blair coming back once again to hang out with your boys. Hey man, nothing much. Shout out to the people that's in the chat right now. Like you said, man, Joseph Thornton, we got Leo, we got Pat Norris, and why the hell my thing doing that? We got Drip LaFleur, Ski P, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, Michael Walker, JB23. We got Madam Howell in the building. Braveheart Falcon fan, Yusuke Knight, and we got John St. Clair. And there goes the fourth guy that's going to be joining us.
Sorry, I had parental duties to do.
You ain't had to fight the kids over who had the last casserole slice, did you?
No, there's nobody eat casserole around here. That's Jaden.
man, we talking about the good shit. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about the bullshit that he had going on.
I don't even deal with casseroles.
Some casserole is good, but some.
Let me do it one better. Did y'all fight over the last chicken wing?
No, we ain't fought over nothing. It just, he called me to talk. That's all.
It's all good. It's all good. So, man, like you said, title of the show, Matt Ryan's introductory press conference as the president of football, and the expectations that he has described on what he wants this team to be. While at the same time, there was a little bit of shots that was fired. There were shots fired. But before we get to that point, hey, Keyshawn, man, so how you feeling, man? How you feeling about this actually being official?
I am happy. He knows what he's. I don't know if he knows what he's doing. I'm pretty sure he knows. I trust him. Arthur Blank trusts him. Everybody in the Falcons organization trusts him. Falcons fans trust him. He's smart, intelligent. He has connections with dang near everybody in the league. Has respect from everybody in the league. He knows how to communicate with coaches and players. Knows how to push certain buttons to get certain answers out of others, out of people he's talking to, because he's been doing it for so long. And yeah, that's how I'm feeling. That's my thoughts.
Okay. What about you, Don?
Look, man, how do I feel about just Matt Ryan being the president of football?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great
Mm-hmm.
move, man. Like I always said this. I'm like, why don't we have a former player? It didn't even have to be a former Falcon player, just a former player that played at a high level like Matt did, involved in decision making with football with his team. Been saying this for a long time. Um, just the knowledge he has, on top of the love he has for this city and his organization. I know he's gonna oversee. I know he's gonna probably oversee the expectations of a lot of people. May not see it now, but in a couple of years, we'll see the change in right.
Okay. Okay. Like you said, man, when you said that them finally going after a guy that has the football experience, are you looking at this as probably like a uh I ain't gonna say a final last desperation move. And what I mean by desperation, I ain't talking about saying that Matt Ryan would not be good, but it's the idea of, okay, so I've tried all these methods, I've tried all these type of guys here. Let me see if I can make this work with somebody who's actually played the game. So do you think that this is kind of like the final step for Arthur Blank to kind of set up for baby boy Josh?
Um, I honestly think, man. Speaking of Josh, it's funny because I was about to bring him up. It is no coincidence at all, and I need everybody to just sit at the edge of their seat, turn this up, and just listen to everything the done trying to tell y'all. There's no there's no coincidence that Josh Blank, right, graduated from college. His father sent him and told him, "Hey, you need to go get you a job with the league." Worked with Roger Goodell for 5 seasons, not 5 years. I gotta say seasons, 5 years in the NFL office. So he got to see how every team is structured. He saw the nucleus of each team, how each team is operated, whether it's a CEO or owner, if they have a president of football or a president of football operations, if they had a general manager, and the different coaches that they have. So he's seen it all. And he saw that he probably did his research and his homework to see how teams like the 49ers can stay consistent for a long time. How teams like Baltimore stay consistent and consistently good for a long time. How does a team like New England, you know, they won all those Super Bowls and yeah, they had a little gap, but now they made it back to the playoffs this season. Like, what are they doing right that the Falcons are not doing? So I honestly think when Josh's time was up working with Roger, he came back to Atlanta, told his dad, look, our team is not structured the right way. So this is why they hired Sportsology to get a feel of the franchise. And yeah, we knew this team was lacking vision. It was a lot of inconsistencies across the board. So I really think this new president of football title that Matt Ryan holds now, I think this is the creation of the ideal of and the brainchild of Josh Blank. I may be wrong, but this is what I'm thinking. I don't think it's but to answer your question, because I did dance around it, I don't think this is a desperation move. I think this is just a this is how we're gonna move moving forward. This is how our team is gonna be structured. Top down. All right, you got Greg Beatles, you got Arthur Blank, and you got Josh Blank. They're the top tier. Below them is the president of football, Matt. He makes all the decisions when it comes to football. And then below him, you have the GM and the head coach.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so I think putting somebody like Matt Ryan in a spot like this is going to drive the team to be in the mix every single year. So
Okay.
that's my take on it. As far as like
Okay.
Josh Blank goes and this newly formed title that Matt Ryan holds.
Mm, okay. Keyshawn, what you got to say on that, man? Same
Um,
question.
you could tell based on what Arthur Blank said today that Josh Blank is starting to take over the team a little bit. He's starting to have a lot more of a role in like the hiring process because like he played a big part in hiring Matt Ryan and figuring out who was going to be the president of football. And with Matt Ryan, I like the fact that he's not going to step on the toes or like heavily step on the toes of the head coach and the GM, whoever they bring in, um, and allow them to do their job. That way, it doesn't seem like, or it doesn't have a, oh, it's my team, I'm running the show. It's like, no, it's still a collaborative effort where everybody doing their job, but accountability will be had this time instead of like with the last couple regimes where it was just like they were doing their jobs and nobody was holding each other accountable. Nobody was saying this is not right. You're messing up the structure, the organization, the money. And so that's what Matt Ryan's job will be is to make sure none of that gets messed up.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And I think you said the key word right there was, and that was kind of a word that kind of stuck out to me was accountability. I think he kind of hinted as far as looking for some type of stability or like you said, just a group of guys who are like at at one mind, like one organism, thinking as one. Kind of alluding to where you know Terry and Raheem and Rich McKay had a lot of these ideas, but everybody wasn't on the same page, and it was almost kind of like they were kind of winging it these last few years. Did you kind of get that feel? Did y'all kind of get that feeling where he was alluding to as far as that camaraderie and that accountability and stuff?
Yeah, they talked about accountability the entire time. So yeah, I know they were taking jabs at Terry, at Rich, and at not just Raheem, but I must be honest with you, every coach that came before Raheem too. Yeah, Dan took us to a Super Bowl, but at the same time, first off, you didn't get the job done, and the second thing is you didn't even get close to getting back to the big game again. So yeah, Mike Smith, one of our winningest head coaches of all time. Thing is, man, you gotta playoff time come around, man. We don't make it far. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Keyshawn, same question, man.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Terry and Raheem had completely different ideas on how they wanted this team to be. You had Terry that wanted that it seemed like he wanted Penix. You had Raheem that clearly wanted Kirk. He kept saying that he believes in Penix, but nobody believed in that after what Penix said. Um,
Mm.
you had you had no more receivers coming in, and then when Terry did bring in receivers, none of them got opportunities to play. Like KJ Osborne, we brought him in for Kirk, and he didn't even get to see the field at all. Kadero Hodge he just disappeared. Casey Washington disappeared. They were all brought in, and they were all pretty good when they got their opportunities. And then going back all the way back to Dan Quinn, it's like after that Super Bowl, everything went downhill. Thomas Dimitrov started overpaying guys, and Robert Alford got that contract that he wrote because of that pick six that he got on Brady. That's really the reason why he got that contract. Devontae Freeman got the contract before Matt Ryan, which made Matt Ryan's contract even more expensive because Jimmy G got his contract after Freeman got his.
Mm.
And so, yeah, once those contracts started becoming outrageous, that's when the the teams started going downhill. And Julio getting 66 million guaranteed. That was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that what's up, Mike? Cause that kind of goes into one of the main things that we was been talking about the last couple years, as far as the Julio contract kind of being like that dagger for that time period right there, because it was just too much money getting shelled out to a bunch of guys, and there wasn't a lot of results that was coming with it. It wasn't just Matt Ryan's contract, y'all. It was a lot of bad contracts at that time. But Mike,
Desmond
since you
Trufant, Robert Alford, right? Especially the Robert Alford contract. Oh my goodness. I think that's how me and Mike started talking, honestly, because we both hated Robert Alford's damn contract. He paid that man too much money just to get PI calls.
Yep.
that was pissy yellow flags, boy. That's why we called them pissy yellow, because that's all we saw was flags. He could make plays, but at the cost, you gonna see at least a flag a game.
Two flags, one in each
Shit.
half.
That was kind of one of the underrated, one of the untalked about storylines of Super Bowl 51 was a lot of those holding and pass interference calls in the second half that extended those drives for the Patriots. But we're not gonna go down that road right now. Yeah, Robert and Devontae Freeman. Hell, another contract that kind of killed us too. I got remember, what was it? James Carpenter and Jamar Brown. When they tried to shore up the interior of that offensive line, and we was paying on those contracts for like 2 years.
The two brownies that did nothing.
Exactly. So that's kind of what was the downfall of Thomas Dimitrov, was those last few contracts. But what's going on, Mike, man? Like I said, we kind of talked about your thoughts on the Matt Ryan introductory press conference. You want to reiterate some more of how you felt about it?
I don't. That reminds me of somebody.
The hell was that?
That kind of reminds me. That's an inside joke. That's a Mad Mike inside joke.
You ain't worth a fuck. That sound like a bad Animorphs episode.
Don't ask me where that come from, y'all, because I don't damn know. Whatever comes.
Exactly. That man just made something up on the fly.
That's how them Falcon fans be fighting over Michael Vick, y'all.
Oh, sound like the cat that be out. That sound like the damn cat that be outside my window. At least he didn't get thrown against the window this time.
Now, look, I got two straight black cats. They be walking past my house, all in my damn trash can and every damn thing all the time. So, yeah, man, no, seriously, I think. When I hear Matt Ryan, I hear a guy that is a true leader and understands every aspect of a team. I told people all the time. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. You can hear me talk about Yoda all the time. And one lesson that Yoda always talk about is failure is the greatest teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt Ryan has done pretty much everything a quarterback. I mean, he's won every award that a quarterback has ever eligible for. He's won all of them. Okay, rookie year to MVP, he's won them all. So it's nothing this dude has it's nothing he can't do. It's nothing he hasn't done. You look at his numbers, just career. I think it's just him and Peyton Manning in regards to like the most 4,000 yards consecutively. Like he has that. Like just everything about this dude is just success. And then you look at what he hasn't accomplished. A lot of things that he hadn't accomplished is not really under his under like it wasn't within his power, within his structure, with his ability.
Mm.
Um, I think at the end of the day, what I'm hearing from Matt is just accountability from what I like. That's what I love most, and that right there is Matt. Like he don't like he knows everybody's job, and that right there. If you go listen to his podcast with Aaron Donald, like he knew exactly what Aaron Donald was supposed to do. He knew how to stay away from Aaron Donald. Like those are the things you're not going to be able to lie to Matt about. Like one thing you can't do is lie to Tom Brady. You can't lie to Matt Ryan. You can't lie to Drew Brees. You can't lie to all the greats. You can't lie to a quarterback because they know everything. They know how to stay away from. They know how to call plays to stay away from Aaron Donald. They know how to call plays to get Julio the ball or get Harry Douglas or the fifth wide receiver. Like he knows how to do all that. So I think the accountability coaches, like I'm telling you right now, all the coward coaches like Raheem Morris, these guys are not going to want to come to Atlanta because they know they can't lie to a Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm.
Yep.
So do you want to go ahead and get into some of these quotes?
Yeah,
Did you put them in here?
Yep.
Let me see. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. See if it'll pop up. I'm doing the thing on my tablet, so it's gonna be kind of slow on my end. You might have to do it for some reason. Mine don't want. Mine want to act retarded.
Yeah, as soon as I turn this goddamn notifications off on this stupid ass.
Okay.
Got it. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, you might have to be the quotes guy for this. Okay, so according to Josh Kendall said Matt Ryan not leaning towards an offensive minded coach. He said Kirby Smart's down the road. He does a pretty good from the defensive side of the ball. So what's your thought? What's y'all thoughts on that?
Vlad, you can go first, man.
That basically tells me is basically when I listen to the press conference. What that basically tells me is they don't care what type of coach they get. They want a good coach that knows how to win and knows what he's doing. That knows how to lead the team. That knows how to develop players. That knows how to build a good staff. That knows everything that he needs to do to be successful. And if that means he has to go out of his comfort zone a little bit, then he will. Then that will happen.
Well, that sounds like somebody that was here. That sounds like somebody what they didn't do that was here, but that by point. All right. Go ahead and get the next one for me. Let's see. It says, okay, so here's another quote here. I'm not doing scouting. I'm not running those things. The general manager role is going to be exactly the same as it's been before.
Well, you can't talk about accountability if you trying to micromanage and hold somebody else's hand.
Yeah. Go ahead, bring him in, Don.
Yeah, what I said is you can't preach accountability if you're not if you got to hold somebody's hand to do their job. So again, it is not Matt's job to run meetings. It's not his job to look at the salary cap and to negotiate contracts and stuff. It's not his job to game plan and develop a quarterback. That's not his job. Now, what he would do is he will support the players, he will support the coaches, and he will support the general manager with everything that they need. So, if they follow the same, if they all have that same vision, then that communication part is going to be very easy. Hey, Matt, we really need a third string quarterback, man, because I don't think our second string right now I don't think I don't. If something happens to Michael Penix, knock on wood, I don't think he can win us 5 or 6 games. So things like that, makes a big difference. So, like I said, when you have somebody like who played in the league for 14 years, or I'm sorry, 15 years, including his year in Indy, he knows the ins and outs of a depth chart. He knows the ins and outs of like negotiating contracts. He been through all that. But is he gonna be a part of that with the GM and the head coach? No, they're gonna make those decisions. But they'll still have him lean on for that advice you know, for that advice, and then he still had the final say at the end of the day. So that's another thing too.
AKA, don't call me for anything unless you need. I'm not gonna be sitting here to wipe your nut sack after you pee. You do your own damn thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, let me see the next one. Okay, so this is definitely, he gave a shout out to Greg Beatles here. So Mike, get your thoughts on this. He said this guy's an ass kisser, good at what he does. In the last 3 days, I walked away really impressed. I'm extremely lucky to be partnered with him and sitting next to him. What's your take on that, Mike?
I mean, I know just from reading this, I mean, he definitely not a Falcon content creator because there's a lot of ass out of here.
Oh God.
Um,
he said ass kicker, not ass kissels.
oh.
He said Greg Beatles
is ass. Guys, I can't read. I guess that was an unnecessary shot, huh?
No, we ain't talking about the knob slot brigade. We're not doing that.
Okay. I apologize, y'all. But you still kiss ass. Y'all love to kiss ass. But we know that these guys, when Matt Ryan said he's an ass kicker, I think I mean that's what I've been asking for. My thing is I want guys to earn it. Like for me personally, like this is how I view myself, and that's how I view people around me. I only have people around me that kind of have those same type of I don't say standards, and I feel as though that I am a giving person. I love to see people win, whether you older or younger. I love to see people win. I want to see people win. And I want to see people that don't work hard and they use people. I want to see them fly off the Golden State Bridge. Like I really want to see them jump off a bridge and destroy themselves. I really do want to see that. People that use people and do all that type of stuff. So when I see this type of stuff, when Matt Ryan is saying these guys are just tough and he's an ass kicker, like I love the fact that we got a hard-nosed group of people that are not using their status and their platform to pretty much to do whatever the fuck they want to do because they don't want to follow rules. And I think that right there, what we've had with Rich McKay. I think Rich McKay is obviously a Nepo baby. However you want to say it. I say Nepo, you say Napo. But I felt as though that Raheem wasn't a guy that didn't want to work hard. It's like I've never seen a head coach that did not want to touch a play sheet at all. He didn't have it in his hands. Like how are you a head coach? You don't even have a play sheet in your hand, whether it's offensively or defensively. Like you don't have nothing. Like, he got a pack of chewing gum. He got a pack of spearmint chewing gum in his damn hand. So I love the fact that we getting hard-nosed accountability on those. So like Greg B was just saying like, and I said this before, he just remind me of Michael Franzese. If you know anything about Michael Franzese, he doesn't look like your prototypical mob boss. He's a pretty ass mob boss. You know what I'm saying? He's in the movie. He look like the one that's gonna take your woman. He don't even look like a damn mob boss, but that's what he is, and that's why I see from Greg Beatles. He just looked like one of those pretty boys. That's like if you underestimate him, yeah, he'll make your life a living hell. And like I said, he's a money guy, so he got to be sneaky. Money people are real sneaky. And they very what's the word for it? Money guys are sneaky, but they're incredibly cheap.
Frugal. He's frugal. He's frugal.
Yes.
Well, Rashad, what's up, man?
No, what's going on, man? Just wanted to get on and give my 2 cents about the press conference.
No, not Rashad.
What's going on, man? Hey, man, you know I had to get my 2 cents.
JB,
that's our information guy. So y'all, I love information guy here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to start off, man, I personally feel that Matt, finally solidifying his position as president of football. I know some people want to say president of football operations, but they kind of cut ops off. So I can say with Matt, this is pretty much the start of a new era. This is the start of something new. Everything he said, I've had that same sentiment for years about this team. Like I felt that with the previous regime, in a sense, trailing back to with Thomas Dimitroff and Rich McKay and the other coaches we've had in the past, there was no sense of accountability. There was no nobody was proactive. They were reactive, if that makes sense. But being as it may, what we see now with Greg Beatles and we see with Matt and we see that, with Arthur, I think he's kind of passing the torch to Josh because now you're starting to see Josh a lot more than usual now. So I think this is my 2 cents. I really feel like in a way, the coach that we may bring in is going to be a guy that's all about the trenches. It ain't about being pretty. It's not about trying to be cute, because I felt like, in the past, we've been too focused on being flashy, too focused on trying to be the cool kids in the club or the cool kids in the room instead of being the villain, the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? We want to be friendly with everybody. But with this regime that I see, ain't no more of that. Now, I know we can't cuss or nothing, but I would honestly say no more of that crap. Them days are over with.
Who the hell told you couldn't cuss?
I'm just saying.
This is not the heavy hitters.
This is YouTube, man. This is YouTube. You know how it is. Oh, man,
So
you know what? Hold up. Fuck it. No more
there
of
you
that
go.
shit. Them days are over.
You can't talk about being the bad guy. Then you're talking about
saying,
gosh
man,
darn it and stuff. No, we got to get that real thing.
This is YouTube now. You know what I'm saying? They be a lot of people don't know YouTube has been on this I don't know, they've been on this crusade to kind of give infractions to certain channels and stuff like that. But they're starting to get a little lean now. But years prior, they were really getting people and for certain words and all that. But being as it may now, everything's starting to cool it down as far as that. So I just did it out of respect, man.
I know it's all good, but like I said, it's all good. It's all good over here. Like I said,
get damn thoughtful, y'all. This is why he's our information. He's so goddamn thoughtful about everything.
Exactly. But don't let that shit fool you. Don't let that shit fool y'all.
No, this is don't get that. Psychotic. Oh, don't get that.
It's a psychotic bitch right here.
I ain't gonna blow up the spot. You know why we call you. We know why
you shouldn't be talking with your Santa Claus looking ass.
There we go. About time.
There we go.
Goddamn.
But you know,
Look, I
again,
like I like
my
my gray
thing is
hair
with
now, motherfucker. So fuck you, Rashawn.
okay, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah. But all in all, man, it's just that people have to understand, depending on the coach that we bring in, you just gonna have to accept it, man. The way that the league is turning now, everybody wants to keep chasing offense. Offense. Yes, we know we need offense, but here's the thing that people are not paying attention to. Have y'all watched the playoffs lately? Has anybody really paid attention to the playoffs? What do
De-
you see in the playoffs right now?
defense.
There you go.
The elite defense.
Even college football is defense.
Everybody see that now. The league is returning back to defense and run games. That's where it's going back to, not this high-powered offense and all this, just trying to look cool, trying to look good and all. No, none of they're changing that now. You can see it because now these defensive coordinators, they have done their homework out here now. So now you're starting to see a lot of these high-powered offenses get shut down, man. You're seeing it. Now you're gonna have some people that don't want to take that in and don't want to believe it. But okay, see again when the playoffs come back.
Mhm.
See what happens. And
Um,
watch some of these offenses that everybody's so cool with start getting shut down.
mm, okay, but it was some other words it was some other quotes that I have to paraphrase here. But I think one of the main things where he talked about culture. You know how that word is around these parts when we talk about culture.
Yeah.
Well, it was interesting that he used culture pertaining to the football team and not the city itself. See, the thing about it is we got so caught up in listening to when people start talking about the culture of the Falcons, they're referencing the city more so than the team. And and it is basically like you said, it just came as off of, accountability and he said a key phrase here. He said somebody that has to learn how to adjust real fast.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sound like a shot to me.
Mhm.
Man, just go ahead and say his name, man.
As a
Stop
matter of
subliminal.
fact,
Stop the
go ahead.
subliminal. Yeah, go
I
ahead and
want
say
you. Yeah. That was a shot at Raheem Morris.
it's the Radio Raheem. Yeah, the man's
Funny
always
thing,
smiling, chewing gum on the sidelines, not doing much of anything. Can't call timeouts. That oh god, just glad that
And
motherfucker's gone.
like I say,
Oh, I'm sorry.
he said it had to be somebody who's either the GM or the head coach. Where he said that they don't necessarily have to be friends, but they have to be of like mind and of one goal.
You know what
That's a
though? I
shot
don't
at
think that
both
was a
of them.
shot. I don't think that was just a shot at Raheem. That was a shot at Rich McKay.
That too.
Yeah.
It's a shot at every last one
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
All of them have
Because
their own individual idea.
Rich be hiring folks that I'm like, okay, why you keep bringing back Raheem, bro? Why? We know you brought we know you gave him his first NFL job in Tampa Bay. We get it. We know.
We know.
Like Dirk Cutter too for no reason when he was.
Well, it's the buddy system. Keyshawn joining anytime. I mean, it was a buddy system. I mean, every single time, we would always try to get a hard nosed coach. You would have Rich McKay that would sit up there and meddle and not want to bring that person in because he may take his job away. I mean, think about it. Let's go back to it. When Rex Ryan wanted to be the head coach back in 2008, who stopped that? Rich
Rich
McKay.
Richie.
When he tried to get the job a second time, who stopped that?
Richie.
There you go. So the problem is with Rich McKay, he didn't want no hard-nosed coaches in here because guys like Rex Ryan, guys like Bill Belichick, guys like Harbaugh, and so on and so forth, they're the type of folks that are not gonna take no mess off nobody. Nobody. And he ain't want that. So that's why a lot of people did no longer wanted Rich McKay in the front office, because he was always that person that liked the metal. He didn't want nobody to show him up. So pretty much Arthur Blank said to himself, enough of this, man. Like you making me look bad. You making me look bad in front of the shareholders.
And
Guys like
when we
Dominique
fired Arthur Smith,
Dogs, Olympic medalist. She got a share in this team. Come on, man. Like,
what you say, Keyshawn?
and if y'all remember, when we fired Arthur Smith a couple years ago, Arthur Blank was very emotional in Arthur Smith's last press conference. He didn't want to fire him, but I think at midnight he was really pushed by Rich McKay to fire him, and that's why he got fired. I think Arthur Smith would have got one more year or two to prove himself, but because Rich McKay pushed him out, I think that's why Smith is not the head coach.
And I agree to that because of the fact that when you go back to the whole debacle with Bill Belichick, Arthur wanted Bill. Who persuaded him to get out of it?
Rich
McKay, because he was looking out for his buddy, Raheem. And then what is crazy too, Raheem, Terry Fontenot, and Rich McKay, it was like they were planning a coup against the owner. Like, for real? You're going to do this to somebody that gave you a job?
All three of them had the same goal, but different ideas on how they wanted to do it. And all of them wanted complete control. They're sitting next to Mr. Blank, but all of them had the exact same opposite and how they wanted to build the team. Like you just look at Raheem and Zachary. Zachary wanted Kirk Cousins here. He wanted Mr. Darnell Trash Can Mooney. He wanted those. Like you can clearly see the difference in how they call plays with Michael Penix with Mooney, and then you see Mooney with Kirk Cousins. You know what I'm saying? You can just see the difference in it. So it clearly had a difference of opinion. But I think what screwed this Atlanta Falcons team up, I'm gonna just be honest. And it's probably y'all probably gonna y'all probably won't, but people in the chat is gonna be kind of upset. But I don't think we went wrong with Rich McKay. I don't think we went wrong with I don't say we, but I would think the Falcons went wrong with Rich McKay. I don't think they went wrong with Raheem Morris. Where the Falcons fucked up is where they fucked up was really Terry Fontenot. If Terry Fontenot would have just said no to both of those guys and did his job, we wouldn't even be in this position. Terry acted like a little bitch. He wanted to be liked. He wanted to be well represented, and he wanted to finally get into the good club, the cool club. He wanted to be in the cool club because everything was fine when he decided that Matt Ryan was gone. Everything was cool when he decided that Julio was gone. But soon as he started listening to Raheem about this goddamn situation with Kirk Cousins, that's when everything went straight in the shitter. Everything went straight in the shitter, and he had to start making desperate moves by doing what? Trading away our picks.
Overpaying for people.
Giving a third round pick for a guy that was ultimately going to be released by the Patriots anyway. And who?
Matthew Judon.
That's where the Atlanta Falcons went wrong.
We gave up a third. Then we gave up a third for Judon.
We gave up, and this is why
the dude gave us the same damn production as them.
Yeah,
the same thing. So
like you could have just kept indicating
those guys weren't terrible. I'm not saying that.
Man.
I'm saying where the Falcons went wrong with the Falcons, and I'm talking about the Falcons organization. I'm not talking about content creators and media and fans. I'm talking about the Falcons went wrong is when Terry Fontenot did not do his job as a general manager. That's when everything, because we already know that why Raheem was hired as the head coach. It's clearly because of Rich McKay. But the Falcons went wrong when he didn't stand up and say, no, the hell with this dude. I'm not giving no $100 million. put no broke ass goddamn quarterback with a messed up leg.
You just fixed the cap. You just fixed the cap,
You
and you
just
went
fixed
right
the
back,
cap
and
in that
you
too.
just ate up more cap space by getting Kurt. And everybody keep talking about, oh, well, Terry should have never got fired. I'm like, bro, he deserved it. He did. He did the certain things that he did for the 5 years he was here. He deserved it.
Yeah, I mean, 5 years you didn't make the playoffs, man. I mean, simple as that. I mean, yeah,
I think
you drafted the good guy. You drafted good guys for the team, but you didn't go to the playoffs under your watch. It's a business, ladies and gentlemen. See, the fans have to understand, and Kev, you can jump in anytime. What the fans have to understand, and I remember Keyshawn, you said this a while back too, so I got to give you credit. All of us have said that when it comes to the National Football League, this is a results-based business. This is a performance-based result or numbers-based business. If you ain't putting up the numbers, and if you're not getting to where as a team where we need to go, because what was the expectations the last 2 seasons?
playoffs.
Win the division.
And you didn't get the job done. You didn't get the job done. So that's why Terry was fired, because you may have drafted the players, but the coaching staff that was under your watch didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Well,
It is
look,
what it is, man.
look. I'll say it like this: it wasn't even just that. It was all. I think, me personally, I think they all got fired just for the simple fact of all the off the field stuff, all the distractions.
The Ray McCloud situation.
It's the lying about injuries for me. That's
just lying. Yeah, that's me too.
That too.
Right.
That too.
Like I said, look, if you go down the timeline of all this all started in 2024. You had a little glimpse of it in 2023, like you said, but that was more so under public perception relations type thing with the whole Lamar Jackson situation. So that right there, that's kind of irrelevant on this. But we're just talking about just based off of these 3 individuals we talk about, and Raheem, Terry, and Rich McKay. We gotta look at it from the standpoint you done fired a wide receiver coach who coached up your wide receiver core, which in 2024 was a top 5 wide receiver core in the NFL. You fired him after 3 games. You cut you cut a kicker after he missed a game time field goal in game 1. Remember, the Ike Hilliard thing was in week 3. Your wide receiver 3, who was an integral part of this offense last year, you cut his ass. Okay. You done went through 3 kickers. You done signed about 9,000 wide receivers, and we didn't see but maybe one of them. Troy Anderson was MIA. Nobody knew if he was alive. You was just basically hiding players away. Because like I say, even if you went to the Atlanta Falcons website, where even on certain parts of the depth chart, they would show you who's on the injured reserve list. Their names wasn't even on the website.
That's Zach Harrison. Like he all of a sudden he was on the inactive list for like who knows how long. And we're like, how did Zach Robinson get on the inactive list? Who drew that up? Oh, not to mention special teams.
Special teams blunders. Special teams blunders galore. Like we lost literally 4 games this year on special teams alone.
You gave up 100 yards, man.
Let's see. Yeah, like you said, you got these wide receivers on this practice squad who's been in your program since training camp. Y'all done signed about 5 wide receivers in a 4-week span. You promoted TJ Yates to be a wide receivers coach, and the wide receiver core was actually worse than when Ike Hilliard was there. So
And they didn't learn
that's
their lesson, and Terry didn't learn his lesson from T.J. Yates being the damn wide receiver coach when he was under Arthur Smith. The receivers
right.
wasn't good on him.
Hell no. Them wide
Oh, and
receivers was
Ski said
ass.
it best too.
We had
Ski brought it
receivers
up
running
about the
into each other.
Panthers. I mean, Ski said it best too. I mean, if you can pull it up, when you got blown out by the Panthers, I mean, not only that, you get blown out twice in one season.
Mm-hmm.
Not once, but twice.
Right.
Then he would always say, "We got to find a way. We got to find a way."
Ah, God damn
We
it!
gotta find a
Shut
way.
your ass
No,
up,
We gotta
Rashad.
find
Okay,
a
Do
way.
that's bullshit.
Shut up.
do you
We gotta find a way.
do you know we have to find the way?
We got to find a way.
Find the
Find the
way.
Find a
way.
way.
Find the
We gonna
way.
find a
You did this,
way.
Rashad. You did this, okay? You did this.
We gonna find a way. Oh, we gonna find
But
a way.
but like you said, the thing is you got all this stuff, and then the cherry on top of all this, they managed to make Michael Penix public enemy number one in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a couple of stupos in here that's saying repeating the same dumb shit that Raheem said.
But you know the
Go
sad
ahead and
part
put
is about
put
that,
them
man.
yellow and green, and because that's what the fuck y'all are. Go ahead and say it. Yep.
But you know what really annoys me, what really pisses me off about the whole Penix situation is the fact that
Mm-hmm.
people did Penix like they did Ritter. People did Penix like they did Ritter. It's just as soon as he didn't do what they wanted him to do, they turned on him in the New
I
York
try
media.
to like black people, and y'all just trying to make me hate black people again. Okay,
I'm just
I
saying because
apologize.
like, I mean, just think about it.
Like, I
When we
apologize
first
earlier.
dra-
Y'all trying to make
when
me
we first
take it
drafted
back, okay?
Penix,
Hey.
everybody was just excited, because he had the do-rag on, he was wearing number 7 and all that. But as soon as people found out that he was a pocket passer, oh, he's a bum. Penix is a bum. And I'm like, for real?
And if you notice in Raheem's introductory press conference, he indirectly admitted Arthur Smith was a better coach than he is. He said it himself. If the Falcons had better quarterback play, the Falcons would have been in the playoffs.
See, I remember that, Vlad. You right about
I
that.
remember that. Yeah, I mean, like that was kind of a odd way of
Very
introducing yourself.
I mean, it was very odd because look at it from this point, and I know one. You said it earlier. Why is it that you sit up there, the playbook, right? You have Penix doing all this other stuff, in the pistol and everything. He's not on the center. You're doing everything out of the shotgun. But as soon as Kirk come in, are you doing everything? You doing 3 tight end sets? Are you doing zone blocking? Are you running to the outside and everything? Like, what part of the game is this? You need to give the man a chance.
Concept.
The thing is, Rashad, it ain't even that. What changed when Kirk Cousins was the quarterback was they acknowledged Bijan Robinson.
Oh.
That's it.
They wasn't trying.
Bijan Robinson.
They wasn't trying to force Penix to win the game.
Oh.
That's it.
But what's crazy about that too, about with Bijan, they all of a sudden they stopped giving him touches.
Look, I'm gonna be straight up honest with y'all.
Oh yeah.
Like during the middle of the season, when we went on our little losing skid, I went back and I looked at some 08, 09, 2010 Tampa Bay Buccaneers games. And I looked at pretty much I zeroed in on Josh Freeman. Y'all remember Josh Freeman?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He clearly had no plan for Josh Freeman at all. None.
So as far as kind of going away from that, so what do you think is this vision? Let's talk about the vision. the vision that the expectation that he has for this team. And Don, I'm gonna let you go ahead and kind of segue us into that.
Um, so we got to look at what Arthur Blank said last week, right? He said that defense still win. He mentioned that all the teams that go deep in the playoffs, they have a good what?
Defense.
They have a good defense. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So today, Matt Ryan, he brought up Kirby Smart, who's a defensive guy, but he also said that, we're looking at, different coaches and stuff. And then he also brought up, if people brought up the offense, we said at the end of the day, you still need a defense. You still need to have a good, solid defense. So with that, all this thing that's everything that just transpired within the past week and a half, like with the firing of Raheem and Terry and the removal of Rich McKay, press conference that Arthur Blank had. A couple of days later, we hired Matt Ryan as our president of football. Then the press conference today with yesterday, um, they teased the video of us getting new uniforms. And then today with Matt Ryan's press conference. That tells me that our vision, we're going back to our roots. We're going back to how we used to play football. We're going back to the real dirty birds of playing solid defense and running the ball. Now I'm not saying that we're like Penix is not going to be a good quarterback or we're not going to have good quarterback play. Like we're going to work on that, but I really think our foundation, our identity is, we coming out the heads on defense.
Yeah, because that was our roots, man,
Yeah,
before we changed everything up. I mean, because I've said this multiple times. I've said this amongst the crew and all that. And I've said this, with guys that have been in the live chat, John and a few other guys that have been in there. I've asked people this. When was the last time Atlanta had a top 3, top 5 defense?
This year, I think.
No, no, no. I'm just saying, but like over the last 20 years,
Oh,
what was the last time Atlanta had a top 3, top 5 defense?
What was it like
no.
2012?
I
About
know
2012 or something like that.
2017 we had like a top 5 defense.
Are you sure? Because
when?
I know, because a lot of those.
2017 we made it to the playoffs that year.
No, no, I
You talking
mean,
about 2012?
no, no, no. I'm talking about total defense. That's what I'm talking about. Because if you look at those defenses, if you look at this, and this is what a lot of people don't know. Because when I look up information and a few other guys that that are not on, sometimes when they're not on the lines, we do a lot of research. The Falcons have not cracked the top 5 in total defense in 45 seasons.
Good Google and Moogle.
That's bad.
45 seasons.
Good Google and Moogle.
And when we say this, when we talk about Super Bowls, 30 out of the last 53 Super Bowl winners had at least a top 3, top 5 defense. Falcons ain't had that. When you went to the Super Bowl, you had a 27th ranked defense. Like for
Yeah.
this year, everybody said we were second in sacks, but when you look at it, you were 15th in total defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Which
good.
which is crazy enough, which was a step improvement from what this defense which they had seen for this defense. So like even just middle of the pack, really in about 10 years.
This defense is good enough to win a division and maybe even win a playoff game.
So
Right.
when I say that, I'm talking about when I say Atlanta hasn't really had a top 3, top 5 defense. Anybody in the chat, if you have friends that are not fans of the Falcons, when was the last time they ever said to you like, "Yo, man, y'all defense is a problem. Y'all defense gonna give me nightmares. Y'all defense is like it's official." Have you heard anybody say that to you in the land over a decade?
My dad's an Eagles fan. He's never been scared of our defense. So
There you go.
They always used to call us the Get Right game
Well,
anyway.
your dad is an asshole, huh? Your dad's an asshole.
And I know
All the
Falcons
damn
fans
Eagles
will
fans
always
are
say that
complete
we were
assholes.
second in total defense, but here's the thing.
Now I see why your ass like watching our show.
Oh.
Your dad is you used to the
I'm
asshole.
saying,
That's all.
hold
that
on.
is.
I know Falcons 4-8 said that we were second in total defense, but I'm talking about consistent. The Falcons have never
You
been
ain't got to say
consistent.
that, Otis. We know that we ain't been consistent. We know
Never
we
been
been complete
consistent.
trash can.
I'm just, but it has to be said though, man. It got to
No,
be
hell
said.
it don't. We see
Yes,
that
it
bullshit
do.
every day.
Yes,
We
it
see that
do.
bullshit every day.
Yes,
About
it
smiley,
do.
goofy ass, chicken
Yes,
wing
it
swallowing
do.
ass goddamn head coach we got.
Yes, it do. I'm just saying, man. I'm gonna tell the truth. Cause it's my job, player. That's what I do.
We ain't gonna tell the truth. We're not gonna tell the truth, boy.
Oh my
As I
goodness.
was saying, now as I was trying to tell you, the thing is this. You got to put we got to we have to, if we're going back to being a defensive oriented team, we have to put a stronger emphasis on our defense to get us to where we need to go, man. If we say we want Super Bowls and all that, because that's what we want at the end of the day, man. I mean, ask yourself this.
No, we don't.
Oh,
We all
yeah.
know that.
Let me finish.
We want Matt. We
Let me
want
finish.
Matt. We want our quarterback to run around in
I
1,500.
said, let me finish. Let me finish.
We don't want to win those
I
Super Bowls,
said,
man.
let me finish. No. Michael, let me finish now.
All right, goddamn it! I'm gonna put your whole goddamn name out here. You keep calling me Michael, motherfucker.
I don't give a damn. I don't care.
Hey, well, so y'all are being witness to some of the backstage banter that goes on within the Unholy Alliance.
I got love for the nigga, but let me speak my mind, man. Okay. At the end of the day, man, offense win games, but defense win championships, man. And in order for us to get to where we need to go, we have to make sure that we keep the organization has to put a more stronger emphasis on that defense, man. If we don't get that defense in order outside of sacks, because I mean, this is the first time in 15 years you've recorded more than 40 plus sacks. In 15, it took you 15 seasons to get 56 sacks. Come on, man. Nobody's happy with that.
Shit. Outside of damn 2023, hell, we was lucky to get them 20 in this damn season, but we went through.
Quarterbacks had enough time to go to sleep and take a nap.
Well, here's the thing, man. Every single time when we went against a rookie quarterback, we made him look like a future Hall of Famer. That man could sit back. He could order a pizza. He could call his girlfriend and run down to get a first down. That's how bad Atlanta was during that time when Matt Ryan was quarterbacking.
Had enough.
That's how good we made other teams look.
Well, no, I was about to say, boy, 2021 made me depressed defensively, because boy, good googly moogly, boy. How was it that Jacob Tatui Mariner, of all players, led your team in sacks damn near the whole year, and he only played in 3 games?
Oh my God!
They got cut after 5.
Hey, Raheem Morris was the interim head coach. Remember that?
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
You talking about 2021 or 2020?
2021. That was 2020. Was that 2020? I don't.
If you thinking of Raheem, that was 2020.
Okay.
2021 was Arthur Smith came back.
That team in 20.
Okay, whichever the hell.
I have seen the emphasis of defense in the draft, but here's the thing: it shouldn't take you over a decade to draft 2 pass rushers, 2 good ones at that. You notice how many pass rushers we let go? We let passes by over the years.
We drafted Pat McKinley over T.J. Watt. That's all you need.
You traded a first, traded a second. I remember you traded a second and a third, a first and a third for Tack McKinley. Come on, man.
But the problem is when kind of just getting back to the vision and the culture of the team. The team was too reliant. Let's just be honest with you. The team was too reliant on Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, and they thought they could just win games with that alone.
And that's not how it works.
Mm-mm.
That's not how it works.
When they drafted those guys, I think the scouting department just got lazy. They just had darts in their scouting department. They just threw a dart and wherever the name and landed on, we'll just draft him.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I got to do some research right quick. Y'all keep talking. I'm about to do some research. Let's see.
One thing for me is why I've been so heavily favored for offensive-minded head coach is because it's easier to find a great defensive coordinator than it is to find a great offensive coordinator. Prime example with the Eagles. They had Shane Steichen and Kellen Moore. They were great. Got head coaching jobs. They're doing pretty good. In Indianapolis and New Orleans. They got Kevin Patullo, and then they offense just look like complete doo-doo. So,
but the thing is, I don't think they were calling the plays. I really think whatchamacallit is calling the plays up there. He got a huge ego, man. Sirianni has a huge ego, and it's showing. People seeing it now. Like I get it. I know some people upset about how he handled the AJ Brown drop pass situation. I would have reacted the same way. I ain't even gonna lie.
Well, reports have been made that they didn't actually fire their former or their OC. They kind of demoted him. They kind of put him somewhere else. So they said they're now looking for another OC. So they demoted Kevin Patullo, however you pronounce his name. They pretty much demoted him. So he's still with the organization. The thing is that they demoted him, so they're trying to look for somebody else. And I'll say this because a friend of mine who is an Eagles fan, he was like, "Yo, man, the way that game was, they weren't going to go further with that offensive coordinator. They weren't going to go nowhere. You know, they did their thing during the season, but the way that his play calling was throughout the whole game, they weren't going further, even if they did win."
The only thing Keelan Moore helped them out last year when they won the Super Bowl was the route concepts.
Yeah,
that's it. And now it looks different. Now it's so vanilla that the Eagles' offense is so vanilla. They're only that good because they have an offensive line. If we being honest, without that offensive line, those big old guys up front, but they'd be staring 4 or 5 wins a season.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the old saying goes, and this is what we say amongst ourselves. You can't play no bully ball if you ain't got no bullies up front. And that's what they got on that offensive line. They got a bunch of bullies on there. They play bully ball. That's why Saquon Barkley is able to do what he needs to do. That's why he was able to have the season that he had the year prior, because he had those boys up front. That's why we always say when it comes to the trenches, if you can't win up front, stop talking about you want to win. Because I hear Falcon fans say we want to win. But if you ain't got those guys up front, stop talking about you want to win. Stop talking about you want to win your division. Stop talking about you want to go to the playoffs or win a Super Bowl. It's all about the trenches. It starts and ends with the trenches. It's that simple.
And I think the most
you're wrong. You're wrong. You absolutely 100% wrong. It's all about the quarterback. The quarterback is the only thing that matters in football.
Well, hey.
And I think the most interesting interview is Mike McDaniel. I think that's the most interesting interview that they
gotta have those boys up front to protect your quarterback. The offensive line is the heart of your offense. That doesn't work, nothing works.
You're wrong. You're
wrong. You gotta
all
have
the quarterback, man.
You gotta have the boys
score points in this league.
If you can't
you
protect,
gotta throw the ball
if
50
you can't
times a game. Stop lying. Okay.
You play quarterback. You should know this.
No, I be telling everybody my damn business.
I said it. I said you play quarterback before. Everybody, hold on. Everybody knows if you don't have those guys up front to protect you, so that way you can go through your progressions, you won't win in this league.
I.e.
It's
Justin
that
Herbert.
simple, Mike. You should know this. Everybody knows this.
Justin
Man,
Herbert.
You don't understand that. You don't
man,
understand the troll, man. He trolling right now, man.
Everybody knows this.
man, y'all all wrong. The most important position in football is the water boy.
Oh,
Fuck all y'all.
I was about to because I thought he was going to say the punter. Goddamn it! I thought he was going to say the damn punter. I was like,
I thought he was gonna say. I thought he was gonna say the center.
I thought you were going to say long
Hey,
snapper.
hey,
The center got to
hey,
snap
hey,
the
no,
ball.
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I was actually gonna say long snapper, but I just wanted to throw some a little. I just wanted to throw a curveball on everybody.
that was a curveball, all right.
But here's the thing that people got to understand. And
We has not been to had no Jim Bob Cooter as no damn OC. No, I'm good on that.
no.
who the fuck said that shit? Oh hell no!
Oh, it's Mr. C.
Oh, somebody in the chat said that shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
I don't want no hillbillies up in up here with goddamn cowboy boots and hats on. Bands, okay?
Mike
Woo.
Bobo,
Mr. Jim Bob Cooter is with the Lions back in the day. Nobody wants to. What? Oh, no.
Mike Bobo,
Nope. Exactly. Nope. That's gonna be a handful to say on Sunday. God damn it, Cooter.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that a lot of people got to understand about the management of the Atlanta Falcons. Mainly just Arthur Blank. All right, because he's been a constant since 2001. He is. I ain't gonna say desperately, because I don't think it's a desperate thing. I don't think. Well, there's some questions I've scratched my head against. You know, like the firing of Dan Reeves, us bringing back the offensive coordinator that I'm not gonna name in that 2019 season.
It shall remain nameless.
Yeah, he should remain nameless. It just like I said, so many like things. But the thing that still is a constant. He
Why?
wants to bring a championship here to Atlanta. All right, he wants to do that, and he is grooming his. If he does not do that, he is grooming his son to make sure that legacy and that prophecy is going to be fulfilled soon. So a lot of people got to get out their feelings, about who got fired, whatever regime didn't work. It didn't work. All right, people got to get out their feelings, or people need to stay and keep an open mind about who we gonna bring in, because we still got to bring in the GM, we still got to bring in the head coach. Now, I already know if that group of people that don't get who they want as a head coach, hint the Clint Kubiak club, if we don't hire this man as our head coach, guys, it is gonna be okay.
Yeah.
All right. It will be fine. The sun to come up tomorrow. Cause guess what? Everybody we interview could potentially be a good head coach for us.
I'm part of the Clint Kubiak club, but I also
Now,
know
I don't know about.
Man, shut up.
I don't know.
Stop.
I don't know about Emilio from Carolina, but Carolina did have a good defense this year, so I'm not even gonna really say
We know he's the best coach in the universe, okay?
he's horrible.
We know.
Yeah, but we know that. But my thing is, like we said, man, y'all we just gotta keep an open mind, because I already know what's gonna happen when they don't get when
We're gonna get an old fart. Watch.
no, it ain't even about that. It ain't even about that, Mike. Mike, hold on. I already know what's gonna happen is when we don't get our coach, or when they don't get the person who they want. I already know they're gonna blame Matt Ryan.
It's
Matt Ryan's fault they wouldn't get
crashing
this
out on social media, and they could say, "Well, it's because Matt Ryan, man, he's the reason why we didn't get this." I'm like,
All right. I want to go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, go Rashad, and I'm gonna talk about this comment.
But also to add on
Stefanski's
too,
a good coach.
it's up to the potential candidates if they want to come here. It's not really up to our front office. It's really up to the candidates. if they want to come here. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It's really their choice if they want to come here or not.
And even if they still want to come here, they need to have a plan
Yes.
and they need to have a vision. Do you love football? Do you want to win championship? Like it ain't about just, oh man, I'm so grateful to get be a first time head coach. No, we ain't here for that. We here to win. We here to win. We're not trying to check off a career goal off your list.
Oh yeah, because Arthur is
So
82, 83
yeah.
years old, man. He's
So
not. He's like is at the point where he's tired of the experiments, man. He's tired of the first year head coach bit. You've done that too many times, and what have you gotten for it?
and I'm sports talk for man, and like I get it. You said you don't want Stefanski or Jason Weaver. I'm with you on the Jason Weaver part, but people got to stop with the Kevin Stefanski slander because at this point y'all slandering. Hold on. Let me finish talking. Y'all are slandering this man's name like this man ain't won Coach of the Year twice. Like this man ain't been in the playoffs. He had what 1 or 2 bad seasons. Probably one season, one losing season, and I think it was this season.
He's had 3.
Don, he don't like black people. Okay.
What losing season? What 3 losing seasons he had?
He had a 7-10, and then this year and last year.
Hold on, because he was coach at 20. He became the Browns coach at what 2019 or 2020.
2020, I think. Yeah, 2020.
It was only 5 years. Hold on.
Yeah,
I thought he only had 1 or 2 bad losing seasons, but I could be wrong. Hold on.
Oh, what?
No.
Oh, whoa. What the hell kind of sense did this make? What the fuck are you talking about? How the fuck the coach gonna fit the personnel?
I was gonna say Jason Weaver. I was about to say Simba about to be the coach.
How the hell is he's a quarterback coach? How the hell every quarterback coach fit every damn quarterback? Because they had a train. You know what? Never mind.
But mind you, y'all keep talking about Stefanski is trash. But for what he had in Cleveland and that poorly ass ran organization, he did the best he could. He did the best he could.
You want a mobile quarterback. He's trained guys that's been pocket and mobile quarterback. What the fuck are y'all talking about? He don't fit. That's the definition of a quarterback's coach. It don't matter what type of talent
dude had Chase Keenum
and dual threat quarterbacks.
Dude had Chase Keenum. Look. Listen, I'm about to bring these Falcons fans and rally around me real quick.
Oh my god!
This man had Chase Keenum throw a pass. All right. Y'all remember the Minnesota Miracle? Y'all know who was the coach? Y'all know who was the quarterback? Stefanski.
You're here and nothing to fear, and I know my heart will go on. That's what the Saints fans were feeling when they lost that game.
You know what?
How is a quarterback coach that is coached both pocket quarterbacks and mobile quarterbacks don't fit what we? How did that make sense? Explain that to me.
Man,
I know. You know what? Like I said, y'all better be prepared for any damn thing. That's what we keep saying to y'all. Lord.
Pause.
You know what? No.
I'm not. Pause, bro.
Wait, did he say he was gonna be TYT? Did I just see TYT?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Oh Lord. All right. Yeah. Let me see. So, you got anything else to add on this?
I'm still confused. How a coach that coach both mobile quarterbacks? Somebody got to explain that to me.
Not only that, but the man also kept I forgot the dude name, the head coach that was in Minnesota before O'Connell. He was a
Mike
DC Mike Zimmer, yeah, because he was the DC for Marvin Lewis before he got the Minnesota job. Yeah. Yeah, they kept his job. Zimmer, yeah, he the one reason why Zimmer kept
Mm-hmm.
his job. That defense wasn't good up there at Minnesota. It was all right. Yeah, you had Xavier Rhodes and all those guys, but again, Minnesota deep offense was still above average, and they out there going to the playoffs with Case Keenum and all these guys. Come on now, Chase Keenum.
Um, Lord.
But y'all talking about
Uh,
that he can't develop Michael Penix. Come on, bro, stop, man. Y'all got to stop with this, man, for real.
I mean, that's why they said in the report. I mean, it's a race between us and the Falcons for Harbaugh, and the team that loses that race will eventually hire Stefanski. So, I mean, at the end of the day, regardless of where we go, fans are just going to have to accept it and deal with it.
I don't think Stefanski going to Baltimore. He's not going there. He'll go somewhere else.
Hey,
He's going to Baltimore. That's look that time. Look, anytime when you've been with Cleveland, you are traumatized. And
man.
going from a mobile quarterback to another mobile quarterback. Yeah, I will respectfully decline that offer and I'll go somewhere else.
What? Because now that you mention that, we're not the only teams because everybody said they want Clint Kubiak. We're not. If that's the case, we're not the only team that's looking at Clint Kubiak. You got to look at Baltimore. You got to look at a whole lot of teams that are
Whoa,
acquiring
whoa,
his
whoa,
services.
whoa, Bobby. Whoa. I know you ain't got who I think that is as a profile picture.
oh, it's Stephanie Vakir. Yeah, he
Yeah,
been had that.
what
Oh
the heck?
no!
That threw me for a loop. I was like, hold on, is that? Yeah, all right, I'm sorry.
Stephanie Velcro.
Wow, not Velcro.
That's
I
hey,
call
that's what
I
Naomi
I
said.
I, I call her snooze fest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Let, let Bobo put your ass to sleep.
Even I'm still sleeping when she even do the devil's kiss. Like ain't nothing wrong, man.
Wow. I'm kind of tired of that too. That's a whole nother story though. But yeah, God, please don't give another DC as a head coach. We need an offense. I mean, I don't look.
Y'all looking too deep. It ain't that deep.
Y'all looking way too deep in the thing. That like the thing is the identity is what matters. It don't matter who's the head coach. The identity, once the identity is signed, sealed, delivered, you need guys that's going to be able to come in because you can train new play callers. Okay,
hmm
it could last up to 3 years, but typically a guy you can get a guy to call the offense pretty well after 2 years or so. All
Yeah.
right, so 2 years is probably the maximum to kind of get him acclimated. But 3 years is where he really shines. So you can develop a play caller. You can do that throughout the season, giving him third down to call, first down to call. Like you can develop them over the course of a season. So
hmm
I'm not worried about like the play
I
call.
mean, neither.
Unless you
I
got
mean,
a
I
lot of
don't get it. Like I mean, people are just really going too deep on this because again, hypothetically, if let's just say Harbaugh becomes a coach, he brings Todd Monken with him. Todd Monken, Georgia Ties, Georgia Bulldogs. What are we talking about?
Then he's gonna bring Wink. He could probably bring Wink with Martindale with him. So that's your staff right there. But but again, like what Mike said, you could bring somebody in and you bring like an offensive like a offensive assistant or
yeah.
a senior
That's where
assistant
I
that
was
can kind
going.
of help them along the way. Like Tom Moore just retired from Tampa Bay. You know how many offensive coordinators they done had the past few years that he developed? Liam Cohen and a dude in Carolina. They worked under Tom Moore and they became head coaches.
Who is Tom Moore? For those that don't know.
Look, y'all, if you don't know anything about Terry Bradshaw and Peyton Manning,
There we go.
but going back to what I'm saying though is like people like I sent y'all that video this morning, right, about the Ravens reaction when they hired John Harbaugh back in '08. Did y'all see that?
Nah,
Yeah,
I didn't
I saw it.
They didn't
I didn't
even
see.
know who this man. They clowned the hire. Man, John who that the special teams coach for the Philadelphia Eagles? What? Man, we only gonna win 2 games. this season, and look what happened in them. Won the Super Bowl with this man. Like again, like y'all gotta first off do your homework on some of these coaches. Y'all don't know who these coaches worked under, who they've developed. Like you got to look at all those things. Like another person that I know that's gonna get a job. Like soon as the Chargers lost Sunday, what happened? Jesse Minter's name is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's a young up and coming guy. He knows ball.
And he studied under Mike Tomlin.
Yep. Studied under Mike Tomlin. He took Rex Ryan's defense and perfected it. Won the national championship. Took the Chargers to the playoffs twice.
Right.
It's his time to be a coach. And you can't say that Harbaugh's calling the defense in LA because Harbaugh's an offensive guy. Same thing with John Harbaugh. Like John, when he's a special teams coach by trade. What you call the one thing about John Harbaugh, he is a leader. He is a team manager, and he's great at doing those things. Like what Matt said. You delegating power, and you instilling and empowering other people to do their jobs. And when they do their jobs, and we all have the same vision, great things happen.
One of the
And
best.
that's the thing. We're trying to hire and I need y'all to understand. It doesn't matter if it's defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator. We're trying to hire a head coach. This guy is going to be responsible of running the entire team. So, yes, it'll be his job to bring in somebody that can call the defense and somebody that can hopefully call the offense. If you feel like you got to come in as a defensive guy and be a head coach, and you still got to call the defense, then yeah, we're gonna end up being 8 or 9 again, or probably worse.
And one of
Because
the
you too focused on what you like to do instead of what you need to be doing. You need to be running the team.
right, and one of the best coaches in the game right now, the young coaches, Mike McDonald, came from Baltimore.
Yep. Well, before he was Baltimore, he was in Michigan.
So it don't matter who you bring
just had
in.
to throw that in there. You just had to throw that in there.
Hey, he the reason why. Hey, we had that. Look, he was the reason we turned things around up there in Ann Arbor. When he came there after that 2020 season, he came. But yes, look,
Matt Ryan said it himself. It doesn't matter who we bring in. It's can they build a great staff and can they get the best out of their players.
Yeah, it's all about building a program, man. It's all about building a culture of winning. That's what we're trying. We're trying to build a winning culture here. That's what it's all about. Trying to build a program that'll pay dividends. You know,
and,
because you missed the playoffs for 8 seasons. You've been in the NFL for over 60 years, and you don't have not one single solitary championship.
and shout out to Jay Cooper in the chat, man. He was like, Stefanski got the Browns to the playoffs, and the Falcons fans, we sit over here complaining about him like we too good to have Stefanski. Okay, when the last time we seen the playoff?
8. I mean, again, it's been 8 seasons, and not only that too. People also have to understand when it comes to the division, the Falcons have only won out of 20 years. The Falcons have only won a division 4 times.
The last time the Falcons won a division, I was 10 years old.
Yes. 4 times.
Jesus.
And after 2016, who won the division? Who kept winning the division? New Orleans and Tampa. It's only this is the first year Carolina has won a division ever since, let me see, 2015.
Yep, it's been 10 years from now.
Yeah, 2015, yeah.
So the trajectory is true. 2026 may be a good year for the Falcons.
Hopefully. I think the goal though is probably Super Bowl in 2 years when it's in Atlanta.
Well, I don't really think. The thing is, you gotta Matt Ryan and whoever he brings, you gotta look at what's in front of you first. Yeah. Right now, we haven't won a division. We got to win the division. Once you win the division, everything else, you can control everything else in front of you. Whatever comes in front of you then. So I'm not really worried about, Super Bowl in 2 years. Bro, we just need to put a winning product on the field.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's the
it.
process, man. You gotta trust the process. Despite I know people want it quick, but we have to understand if we're trying to build a winning culture, it's gonna take time. Rome wasn't built in a day. I mean, and Keyshawn, I understand, yeah, Super Bowl in Atlanta and all that, but if we don't get this team right, we can't talk about Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? We can't even really contend for one if the team ain't right. Offense ain't right, defense ain't right. I mean, yeah, defense racked 56 sacks. What's to say that that production doesn't dwindle this upcoming season?
Mm-hmm.
Because the NFL, man. It fluctuates, man. It's all about you have teams. Sometimes they go from worst to first, or they go from first to worst. This is how it is. So it's really up to who we bring in, who's really going to set the tone for this franchise for years to come. We already see what Matt Ryan, the way he said in that speech, especially speech he had with when Raheem Morris was the coach. You can tell when he said unfinished business, he meant that. So with that being said, get your popcorn ready. That's all I'm gonna say. Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah. So, like we said, man, about the search for a coach in the gym, man. Just like I said, keep an open mind before y'all start tweeting and posting stuff on social media. Do your research first before you blast the coach. That's all I got. That's all I got to say on that. Like we're very critical. People are too critical about things that they don't really know anything about, and that's a huge pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, just take your time and actually do your homework. Like you do have Google, okay, just like everybody else do. All right, and take the time to read it. Okay, don't just skim over the words and try to figure out if he coached a mobile quarterback like y'all be doing. Okay, look at everything, every aspect of it. Um. Uh.
And Rob James, I don't think we're getting rid of Penix,
Like
man.
he like Rob James was retarded. Like that dude.
Like,
He's just
They're not getting rid of him.
ain't nobody said that ain't nobody said
Hey,
anything about getting rid of my
you
Penix.
came that to you. He said he's getting no roundabout way. He said I love Mike and Mike need me. And like what do you get? Like what you mean a roundabout way? Like you just looking for an opportunity to say yeah he definitely gonna kick. He's definitely gonna keep him.
He
Like
even
no
checked on
guy
him this morning about when he was doing his training. He was doing rehab at the training facility.
at the
He
training
went in
facility.
there and checked on him.
The only
So
thing they're worried about right now is getting him ready for week 1. That's the only thing they're worried about him right
that's
now.
what everybody should be focused on right there. Like it's not they not reading anything. They listen for things that fits their narrative. If he doesn't say for sure, Mike Penix is coming back, then that's for a lot of people that says, yeah, he definitely not coming back because they didn't say it definitely. So they didn't give you a definitive answer. And right now, especially going into free agency, the draft, like no coach, no general manager, no executive are going to give you any answers right now. There's no need to
And,
give
Ar-
you.
and
There's
Arthur
a lot
Blank
of
said,
moving parts right now.
Yeah, we
Arthur
setting
Blank,
the table. We setting the chess table up right now. We ain't telling nobody where we moving.
Why should you?
yeah.
You'll find out. You'll find out when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we know is Arthur Blank said that Michael Penix is his franchise quarterback, and they're rehabbing him right now, getting him ready for week 1. That's all we know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you gotta make sure we have an insurance policy too.
Mhm.
You gotta have something to back him up because what's going on with Kurt and we have restructured his contract. He's not gonna be here. So
Yeah,
you
ain't
gotta
nobody
have a
bringing.
backup.
Ain't
You gotta
nobody
have
bringing. Ain't nobody bringing Kurt back, man.
no.
Like we'll probably if Penix is not available week 1, we'll probably find somebody.
Probably like a Joe
Hopefully we'll
or
find somebody who can come in here and give us a good solid 6 games.
Yeah.
We'll just have to ride the coattails of Bijan and the defense until
Yep.
Penix come back.
Because you got to have an insurance policy. I mean, being that he's in rehab and everything, you got to have somebody that's going to man the, man the ship until he gets back.
And like I said, we'll call that. Go ahead, Keyshawn, and give your last take, and then we start, and then we go get to done.
So Falcons going to interview a lot more people in the coming weeks, days. Is going to be a lot of information still that's going to come out. Follow me on X at Keyshawn Vlad. I'll be posting articles. Feels like every day at this point because they interviewing everybody every day. I feel like, but yeah, just follow me on X at Keyshawn Vlad, and that's pretty much it.
Boy, what is going on with this transfer portal? I'm so fucking sick of this transfer portal. Every time I turn around, somebody leaving and somebody, I lied. Oh, y'all thought I was leaving for real. Like
there needs to be like a 2-year limit on it or something.
It has to be. It is so.
NIL, man. I mean, not to cut you off, but the NIL now, it's like the wild, wild west now, man. I mean, because you have so many kids now, like a lot of schools. If it's Division 1, Division 2, or Division 3, some of them are offering a lot more money. And then, a lot of these kids, man, they going to where the money's at, man. I mean, you got these kids out here, 18, 19 years old, out here driving Ferraris and Lamborghinis and all that, because they're getting, different endorsement deals. So, yeah, a lot of kids are transferring to different schools. But there's a drawback, though, because they did say who's that linebacker that played for Georgia? Damon Wilson. He countersued the University of Georgia because the University of Georgia felt like he took over $400,000 and he didn't fulfill his commitment with the school, and then he went to Missouri, and now he countersued the University of Georgia. A lot of players have to understand, man, you got to be careful because sometimes these contracts that they are signing in NIL, man, it's like a binding agreement. And if you breach it, they're going to sue you.
Well, I know about NIL so much because I am an NIL agent by night.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I'm an NIL agent by night. I do.
Shut up, Don. Shut up.
Yeah, bro, Mike, it's true, man. Come on, man.
Oh my God.
But all in all, man, at the end of the day, man, we all want to see this team win, man. I mean, because I feel like it's time for this team to finally start winning again, and eventually, when we do make it back to the Super Bowl, let's seal the deal and finally have that parade on Peachtree Street. We can have that little hashtag Lombardi on Peachtree. That's where I'm at right now because it's like it's time to see this team win again, man.
I ain't taking my ass down no P Street on no fucking Super Bowl win. Shit.
Let's not
them, man.
I'll be right here watching y'all ass. I'll stay at home. I ain't taking my ass down there doing no damn a championship. Bitch, I'll never get home.
Wait, my man. My man had to take phone call. What the hell?
Nah, Rashad, I've been talking about going down P Street after winning the championship. Ain't no hell no. Why would I want to go down there? Look, have y'all remember? Look, if you remember, and I mean, shit, if you even remember, when
the Braves
United, the Braves won, bro, it was impossible. Hey, man, please.
True, no, well, not for me. Not for me. I live right down. I live right down the street from the stadium. So it was never for me to walk up there.
You know what, Don? Ain't nobody brag. Look, you trying to brag, okay? We know you live in a great spot in Atlanta, okay?
Well, I did live in a great spot. Like the Braves has moved since. The Braves don't play a couple years no more.
Yes, they yeah. But heck
Yeah,
no,
people
heck
call
no.
them the Cobb County Braves. I'm like, well, what? I don't understand that. I've heard people say, "Oh, they're the Cobb County Braves." No, on there
It still
still
looks for
says
Atlanta.
Atlanta on there. But
Why would you want to go home after a win to get your ass? Look, you don't know. Southside, bro, come on, man. You from
You
Atlanta,
can
man.
party at
What you
home.
talking about, bro? What are you saying?
Bullshit. If we win the championship, I'm be right there in the bed. I would do
This
cartwheels
city,
off the bed.
Hell.
look,
I
look,
would do
look. This city would see the doggone second coming of General Sherman.
Like, bro,
But
bro,
this
you
city,
be
it
walking
would be
from
burnt. But
Atlanta
this city
all the
would
way.
be burnt
Atlanta
to the
wins the
rubber,
Super
boy.
Bowl, man. I mean, think about it.
The only places that'll be safe is Magic City
Bro.
and the liquor stores.
Shoot, at Magic
This
City, man, they had a ball when Atlanta United won that damn MLS Cup, man. Had the strippers dancing on the trophy.
Oh my god.
Look, I'm people for about 30 minutes, okay? About 30 minutes after that 30 minutes up, get the fuck up out my face, okay? I can't do people too long. I really can't. It's only so I only got a certain rate. I might give you a couple hours. I'll give you a couple hours, but after that, I'm ready to go.
like I said, he win the championship. My black ass gonna be at the house.
I am
I would,
not.
I would, I would I would do 450 splashes off the roof, but I'm gonna be at home.
I'll be blasting music for like 5 hours and then I'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
Lord,
I ain't sleeping that night. I promise you that. And it,
Shoot, I'll call off work, man.
work
Yeah,
that
black.
next morning. Work that next morning. No,
Oh,
y'all ain't gonna see me. If y'all do, I'll be there in person,
no.
but I ain't gonna be there in spirit.
Oh shit! That's gonna they gonna make that into a national damn holiday. They gonna make that to a state holiday.
I mean, for real.
Well,
I
we
mean,
take the whole week off.
Monday after the Super Bowl.
I don't like
Falcons
to
play.
open up old wounds, but remember when we thought we were going to win that Super Bowl, that shall remain nameless, the number. I mean, you had so many people that were saying they were going to call off work and do this and do that. And then when we didn't win, you had people crying on the radio. Had this one dude was crying on the radio station. I was like, damn, bro, we got to win one. I remember one guy at my job, he was so mad that the team lost, man, because he was driving the little buses. This man was so mad that he left the bus running and drove home. Had the workers sitting out there for about an hour.
Lord,
That's how mad he was, man.
I ain't never
I
cried
ain't
after
say,
that
man,
game.
all I care. I'm done. I am absolutely done. I think that's all we got, Kev.
all right, man. So we gonna let everybody get their final takes out of the way, and then
So
we
you
just
say you're going streaking, bro? Oh God.
move. Oh God.
Okay.
Oh God! Make sure them lot
Okay.
lizards ain't watching your ass. You know how them lot lizards gonna be. Know what his.
Oh no. You better make sure wherever you stay, you better make sure Fulton, the cab, or Gwinnett County ain't around, man. After that, man. Especially Georgia State Patrol, man. You know they've been expanding all across the county, so you better be careful if you do that.
Exactly. Oh Lord, I did not see that. You know what? Nobody got anything else?
No, no.
I
No,
got
no,
one thing. I got one
no.
thing. I will be writing a formal letter to the parent company who owns Longhorn Steakhouse.
Oh my god.
Why did y'all change the bread? Why?
Yeah, man. The bread is
Some stuff you
garbage,
just leave
man.
alone, man. Come
The
on
bread
now,
is
for real.
garbage, man. I actually went out there a while back to get some bread from a Longhorn. I was like, bro, give me my money back, man. Y'all, the quality of food in there don't went down, bro.
Quality food everywhere went down.
Man.
You know what? Never mind.
Hey man, we
I
both
mean, this is
foodies, man.
this is done. So why are you surprised?
Right? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Why are we surprised? We ain't no we ain't surprised.
Hey man, we both foodies, man. What do you expect? So
Hey,
I be wanting Zaxby's, but no one exists here in El Paso. I'd be depressed.
You ain't missing that for no Zaxby, bro.
No, I've
Man.
been to Zaxby's. Just ain't one don't want to exist here in El Paso. I'd be depressed. I'd be like, bro, I want Zaxby's, but don't want to exist here.
But you ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing that. Ain't nothing. I'm telling you, Zaxby's just went down here. It's on trash, bro.
yeah, it don't went down.
The wings are undercooked. The sauce, it tastes like every sauce tastes like it got ketchup based in it.
Yeah, it's
Man,
watered
nah,
down.
bro.
Trust and believe. The only good thing they ever had at one point when they had the chicken, they had the chicken Philly, and they keep
Y'all start
bringing
talking about food. I haven't ate yet. Okay.
That or I like the Asian zing salad. They got the air
Yeah.
fry
I'm
on the side.
hungry,
Yeah,
y'all. I'm hungry.
Man, why you ain't eating nothing, man? What's up, man?
that's all
Your
like a
girl
personal
ain't
problem you eat.
your girl ain't cook you nothing, though. What's going on, man?
Oh man,
My girl ain't cooking. Hell no. That
Oh, bro, come
her
on, man.
responsibility. Her responsibility is to lay down and get back up. Okay. Now, I didn't think about
Damn, son. Oh man, I'm gonna pray for you, brother. Oh,
I don't need no goddamn prayers. All I need her to lay down and get back up. That's all I need for her to do. I can cook my own food, goddamn.
shut. Yeah, y'all ain't right. Y'all is not right. Hold
Man,
on.
like I said, look, I don't look. It's impossible to try to embarrass me. I would embarrass my damn self. Okay, you can't do that to me.
Oh, we know that. We know that.
wow.
Nah, look. Before I have a bitch talking about she gonna cook me some and she not gonna cook me some. Look, I will be hitting that $40 holler like truth. Okay.
Hold on. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Well, what the hell is this? Lord have mercy.
Leo up here trying to call me out.
Oh, hold on. I gotta look this up. What the hell is incarnate word? What the fuck is this shit? Hold on.
What is wrong with you?
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out if this. Oh my god. Okay, so not really breaking news, but it's fucking hilarious.
That ain't no breaking news, y'all. It's some
It
goofy
really
shit.
ain't.
It's fucking hilarious. So apparently, yo boy, TJ Finley done transferred to some school called Incarnate Word.
Go sleep, yeah. Go sleep. Go sleep.
He may try to go into ministry, man. After football, you never know.
I mean, dude. Yeah. It's signed to Incarnate Word. This said this will be the sixth team that Finley has played for since he began his career at LSU in 2020.
Yeah, he gonna transfer to every school.
That's why, bro. Look, if he been there this many times, he trying to find him a career. He trying to find God. Look, that's what Vic Beasley did. Just saying.
Hold on, you mean something? They gonna give this man a 6 year, but they're not gonna give Trinidad Chambliss a 6 year? That's messed up.
Because it's a popularity contest in the NCAA now. They don't want Ole Miss to look good anymore. They don't want. Look, I said this to Ole Miss fans because I used to stay in Mississippi for a few years. They need to change their name. They really need to take that rebel name off and just come up with a new name.
Like Moto, don't play me like that. Look, you don't say my girl plenty of times, believe it or not.
God. Hey,
Y'all better have Mike bust somebody in the mouth, and then we got to listen to
it. Mucho don't know me like that. Believe me that, okay?
I'm sitting here.
Man. We got to go.
All right, man. Until that, hey, like I said, appreciate Rashad, appreciate Keyshawn, Don. Hey, like you said, man, we got the heavy hitters coming up tomorrow. Don, what we got planned for the heavy hitters tomorrow?
Special guest. So I know this week we've been talking a lot about Matt Ryan. Special guest tomorrow. We don't have Matt Ryan coming on or Sarah Ryan. We have Locked On Boston College coming on to talk about Matt Ryan's time at Boston College and how they think he's going to be a good leader for the Atlanta Falcons. So stay tuned tomorrow at 9:00.
All right. So that's the Heavy Hitters Live. So at 9:05. So we about to do the damn thing. So till next time, people, we here to play.
Nope.
We here to stay.
Oh,
You ain't gotta go home.
But you got to get the hell up out of here.
Out of here.
We is out.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.